Hi everyone, this is Liz from Creative Life of Liz, and I'm here to share my spreads in my sticker planner. This is my B&R Paper Crafts Plan B planner. For today, I'm sharing my spreads from the third quarter, so July, August, and September. So let's go ahead and get started. The previous quarters have been filmed and posted on my channel as well. I'll try to link them in the cards, but it might also fail. So if not, there is a playlist. You'll be able to watch them. I promise they're there. So starting over here in July. I never use this front page, but starting with July, I have a kind of patriotic vibes. Definitely a very complicated year for being patriotic, since that seems to have been co-opted by people who are not actually patriotic, but I tried. For the highlights of the month, it was 4th of July weekend, so spent some time with family and got my grandma moved so that she was ready to go into a retirement house. Spent a lot of time with hot weather, so that was less than super fun. Watched the home run derby, which I do always enjoy watching. Did some grilling outside. Doesn't seem like a whole lot was going on here, since a lot of these stickers don't actually say anything. And then I had a day in the office, so definitely a little bit unusual for me since I usually work from home. Looking at this first spread, this is from B&R Paper Crafts, and this was the weekend I was home. We do have beaches where I grew up in Michigan. They don't look exactly like this, but you know, similar vibes. So the week was mostly just being productive, getting caught up on things, lots of work, some filming, getting ready for things. And then we flew to Michigan and had some weather delays, so I had breakfast twice and then had some family time, and we visited the beach. On Saturday, we got my grandma's apartment set up and did a bunch of packing and sorting and things like that for her. And then Sunday was some more things getting done, and then more storms and more delays. And then eventually we did get home, which we finished the night with some groceries and some sushi from Wegmans, since we had no food in the house. Moving on to this next week, this spread, the kit is from City Girl Farm Life, and it's super fun and very colorful and very summery for sure. I also used a bunch of leftovers. I think all these little things were like really old Britannia Nicole stickers. I think the headers were really old from like Avalon and Ninth. So it was really nice to get a bunch of those kinds of things used up. The week was mostly about getting work done and getting caught up. Did some tarot readathon kinds of things, did some cross stitch, went to the dentist, went to Black Button, which is a distillery that's closing or closed around here. It's complicated, it's a whole thing. Then watched some baseball, some softball, farmers market, and a lazy day over the weekend. And that's pretty much it. This is another B&R Paper Crafts kit, a fun kind of spread for summer. It was kind of a Little Mermaid inspired, and I love how unusual the color choices are. I think it turned out really cute. Had some me time and painted my nails and watched the home run derby over here. Did a lot of stuff at work, apparently, before going to the library, and then a lot of rain, so staying home, doing that kind of stuff. Worked on my cross stitch, had a work lunch, and then into the weekend, it was mostly chores, errands, grilling outside, so that part was really nice, and doing some relaxing. This week, this is a kit from Britannia Nicole, a super old one. My boss had her baby the week before sometime, so the spread was just to kind of, you know, inspired by that a little bit. And it was nice to be able to have an excuse to use this baby kit that I've been hoarding for like 5 years. At this point, her shop's been closed for quite a long time. But we had another grilling day. I had a movie night with friends. We went out, all the meetings apparently. And then finished the week out with some more work, and then just some relaxing days over here. And then the last week of July was this spread. This is a organized potato kit. I love how colorful and summery it is, and I got to use a few things from my stash that matched really well. Like these colors are so close, which is crazy. So it was a lot of just regular things going on. I had a work lunch. I did a couple loads of laundry here. I went and worked in office all day on this day. And then just kind of like a not so great weekend day, but still got a few things done. And then some errands over here at the end. Moving into August. This was a travel themed kind of spread, fun for summer. The air quality was so bad, the Canadian wildfire smoke was definitely getting shoved our direction, and it was not super fun for me for sure. Pepper vet visit, super stressful. He has a lot of teeth issues, so that always stresses me out, but it turned out okay. Did a book crawl, watched the Little League World Series, sat outside. We actually had a few days that it was nice enough to do that. Some work lunch travel time, and then some family time over the long weekend for Labor Day here in the US. So this first spread is from B&R Paper Crafts. Again, another fun one for the summer for sure. I like water themed things in August because it's just so hot there. So it's always helpful to be near water. So this was Literature Read-a-thon week. So reading a lot of adult romance. Terrible air quality, some storms, which was probably good. Did some vet stuff and then post-vet care. Apparently watched some baseball. Farmer's market, craft fair, haircut for Dave. Yeah, I think that's pretty much all I did that week. This is a spread using stickers from a sticker book. Is this a recollection sticker book apparently, so from Michael's. And I think it turned out really cute. So let's see, I had a movie night with friends. I did a bunch of my cross stitch project. Very busy work day, so that was less fun. Went to the eye doctor. Another rough work day. It was weak, to be honest, at this time there. And then did some book crawl things. We had our first book crawl in my area. And then Dave apparently had to work today on this Sunday, so got a lot just done at home on my own. This spread, these are full boxes from B&R Paper Crafts, and then I think I just used leftovers and various things from my stash, but I think it turned out really cute. I had Little League World Series stuff. Sorry, my cat is being super annoying in the background. I had more Little League World Series, a work lunch, another work lunch. It was a busy week for sure. And then did some relaxing errands, things like that over here on the weekend. And then this spread was Labor Day weekend. I used quite a bit of foil from Scobro Pins Co. that I've had for quite a while. The boxes, are from Planner Addiction. And then I pulled in some like Happy Planner summer stickers. So this was a mostly normal week. Apparently it cooled down enough and was less smoky enough that we could open the house. So that was really nice. Ate out a bit and did various things I needed to get done. And then we flew in to spend time with my in-laws for the weekend, ran some errands, did some tasks for them, closed out the month, ate some pizza, all that good stuff. And then we move into September. September, I always think of as being yellow. So you can see I have a very yellow spread, although I pulled in quite a few other colors to make it fun here as well. These really old stickers don't stick very well. For highlights for the month, family weekend here at the beginning for sure. We had a garlic festival, ordered my 2026 planner. We went to Buffalo for the weekend. It's about an hour drive for us, so that was super nice. This kit is from B&R Paper Crafts, and it was nice to use just like an anytime chill kind of kit. Labor Day was a lot of family time, and then we flew home late on that Monday night before starting all the work on Tuesday. That was a lot of catch-up day. I had another MK Fit challenge to do. Did some errands, work on my craft projects, and cross stitch over here. It looks like a busy day. And then we had some errands on this day in the rain, and then we went and picked Asian pears and went to the garlic festival over here on Sunday. The second week is another B&R Paper Crafts kit. These are ones that I'd used before. That's why there's no bottom washi. But this is very much what I tend to think of as September looking like. So that was really nice. Busy week, rough joint day, never a fun time. I had a movie night with friends. I got to watch the Tigers. They were actually on TV, so that was exciting. That's definitely my team, but I rarely get to watch them. And then a quiet evening, did some library book sales over here on the weekend and did a bunch of errands as well. And then yet another B&R Paper Crafts kit. This one was a first time use because I have the bottom washi, and another one that's kind of like an anytime kit. I love the neutrals. So this was apparently an errands day after work. The cat set off the alarm, so the sheriff's deputies came to make sure we were okay. We caught up on some TV shows, did some editing. Work was an emotional roller coaster. Not my fave for sure. And then we went out. A lot of our Friday nights are going to Chuy's Taqueria to eat Mexican food and then going to Costco. And then on Saturday we went to the zoo. We had baby otters that we actually got to see, so that was very exciting. And then Sunday was chores and errands and things like that. And then the last week of September, yet another B&R Paper Crafts kit. Again, a second time use kind of kit here. And I think I was just using full boxes and then another kit's leftovers for everything else. But I do like how it turned out. I bought shoes in preparation for walking a lot. When we were in Italy in October, it was Rosh Hashanah. My cat's being so annoying. Called my family, went out for sushi, did a bunch of work, farmer's market, and more Asian pear picking. There are early season and late season, so we tend to go a couple of times, and got some pizza. And then on Sunday, we went to Buffalo to the zoo. We got Duff's, which is a buffalo wing place, and ran a few errands and things like that. And that closes out the rest of September because I don't need this 5th week for September. I think in this section, my favorite spreads, I really like how this one turned out. Super summery and fun, which I think was a little unexpected for me, and I really like how that one turned out. And then, let's see, what else did I really like how it turned out? Another one that was kind of pulling different pieces together that I think turned out really well was this one, and I really like how that one turned out. So I think those were maybe my favorites. And then maybe this one is my 3rd favorite, just like all the neutrals was really nice. But I think that's all I have for today. So as always, please like and subscribe below if you haven't already. I really appreciate it. It helps me out. Let me know your favorite spreads that you saw in this quarter, or your favorite spreads that you used in your own planners for this quarter. Or if you don't have anything that you want to leave, but you would like something just to say hi, leave me some sort of like leaf or branch emoji so that we can have some greenery in the comment section. I think that would be lovely. And then follow me on Instagram and Blue Sky at Creative Life of Liz. You can see in progress and finished spreads. All of these are posted on there, as well as upcoming spreads, bits and pieces of my other planners, my life, what I'm reading, all that good stuff. And until next time, bye.